Namaste everyone and welcome to this detailed tutorial on how to fill out the MGMD questionnaire form for the Panchayat level cultural mapping initiative. Let's start with a basic question. What is MGMD? MGMD stands for Mera Gaon Meri Dharowar, meaning My Village, My Heritage. It is a nationwide cultural mapping initiative launched in June 2023 by the Ministry of Culture under the National Mission on Cultural Mapping and implemented by the Indira Gandhi National Centre for the Arts. The core aim of MGMD is to digitally document the cultural heritage, history, and identity of all six. This includes everything that makes a village special: its traditions, art forms, festivals, knowledge systems, local practices, and the people who preserve these traditions. Here, the general public can also share information, photos, and stories, helping make the platform richer, more accurate, and more community-driven. To further strengthen this cultural repository, we are conducting this field exercise. Through this process, we aim to document every important aspect of the village directly from the ground, ensuring that the data is authentic, complete, and truly reflects the village's cultural identity. This exercise focuses on Panchayat-level cultural mapping, ensuring every community's identity is recorded in a clear and organized way. Each village contributes valuable information such as tangible heritage, temples, monuments, water bodies, gates, palaces, intangible heritage, stories, songs, dances, rituals, festivals and fairs, local artisans and cultural practitioners, institutions of cultural importance, traditional products and markets. Documenting these elements is crucial. If not preserved today, many of these traditions may fade away. The purpose of this questionnaire is to build a verified cultural database at the Panchayat level. This database will support future government policies, cultural programs, tourism development, and schemes for artisans. In this tutorial, I will guide you through the entire form step by step. You can watch the video and fill out the form alongside me. How to open the form? First, open the website www.mgmd.gov.in and click on the Gram Sabha option. A new page will open on your screen. Before logging in, please scroll down and go through all the instruction modules provided, such as the guidebooks, training PPT, SOP, and tutorial videos, available in both Hindi and English. After reviewing these materials, log in using the Gram Sabha user credentials. The MGMD questionnaire will open on your screen. You can use either a mobile or a laptop, whichever you prefer. Once logged in, the questionnaire will open up. Now we'll fill the form section by section in the same order it appears. I will explain each field as we go. So let's begin. Section 1. Panchayat End, Village Identification. This is the first and most basic section, which collects identification details. Every field is important, so fill them carefully. Start by selecting the Panchayat, block, district, village, and state or union territory from the drop-down list. You can also search for them directly by typing in the search bar. In the ancient or local name field, enter the village's older or traditional name, if it has one. Fill in surveyor name and designation by writing your full name along with your official role or position. Finally, enter official contact number of the surveyor. Make sure this number is correct because it will be used for verification. Now we proceed to Section 2, Cultural Significance. This section is very important because it collects the cultural highlights of your village or panchayat. Here, you have to answer one main question. What is the cultural highlight of the panchayat? You can write anything that makes your village special. For example, famous personalities, social reformers, sportspersons, freedom fighters, local artists, crafts, natural resources, famous temples, mosques, or any important religious place. Basically, this question helps the government understand what makes your village unique. Category selection. This part is important. After you write the cultural highlight, you must select the correct categories. These categories are tangible heritage site, intangible cultural practices or traditions, event, festival and fair, cultural practitioner and artisan, cultural institution and space, object, artifact, cultural detailing of the Panchayat. Once you tick these categories, only then will questions 3 to 9 open. So make sure you select all the relevant categories that match your cultural highlight. Now, click on question 3 to continue. Tangible heritage site. This question is about physical cultural structures, things that are visible and built in the real environment. For example, temples, mosques, old forts, palaces, stepwells, archaeological ruins, natural sacred places, water structures, community halls. If your village has more than one such site, you can click the plus button to add multiple entries. I will explain each field one by one. Category. In this column, you have to select what type of heritage site it is. For example, archaeological site, fort, temple, palace, and so on. Official or local name. Next, write the proper or commonly used name of the heritage site. Vernacular or alternate names. Now, in this column, write any local or alternate names people use for this place. For example, Shiv Temple, locally known as Mahadev Mandir, period or year of construction. In this column, write the exact year of construction if you know it. If not, simply mention the approximate period, such as 18th century. Construction material. Here, you have to mention the main materials used: stone, wood, brick, laterite, etc. Ownership. In this column, select who owns the site: government, private owner, religious trust, or any other authority. Current condition. Now select the condition of the site. Options are good, fair, or poor. Current use. Here, describe how the site is being used today: worship, residence, tourism, storage, or anything else relevant. Risk factors. Next, select any risks the site is facing: encroachment, wild vegetation, pollution, flooding, or structural damage. Access permission. Here, simply choose yes or no, whether the public is allowed to visit or enter the site. Photos, and finally, upload the photos. You must add a minimum of 2 images: one front view, one context view, and one detail shot, if available. The system will automatically record the timestamp and GPS location. After completing question 3, now we proceed to question 4. Intangible cultural practices. This question of the form focuses on the community's living traditions. Some examples of intangible cultural practices are songs, dances, and music folk tales, myths, and oral history, rituals like marriage, harvest, and birth ceremonies, performing arts, traditional craftsmanship festivals, culinary traditions, visual arts. If your village has more than one practice, you can click the plus button to add more entries. Now let's go through the fields one by one. Category. In this column, select which type of cultural practice it is: performing arts, oral traditions, rituals, craftsmanship, etc. For example, if the practice is folk singing, choose performing arts. Name of practice. Next, write the local name of the practice and also give the English name if available. For example, bhajan gayan, devotional singing, language or dialect. Here, mention the language or dialect in which this tradition is performed. Description. This is an important part. You must write at least 200 characters. Include details like how the practice is done, who performs it, its history or background. Why is it important or special? Seasonality or frequency. In this column, mention how often this practice takes place. Twice a month, once a year, during harvest season, etc. Current status. Next, select the present condition of the tradition, whether it is vibrant, declining, or rare. Media. In this column, upload at least one photo related to the practice. A video is optional, but if you have one, especially of the performance or ritual, it is constructive. Artisan or practitioner contact. Here, add the contact number of the person who performs or practices this tradition, but only if they have given their consent. Now click on question 5. Event, festival or fair. This question is used to record major local celebrations or gatherings in the village. Now, I will explain each field step by step. Name. In this column, write the local name of the event and also mention the English name if it is available. Description. Here, explain why the festival or fair is celebrated, what is special about it, and how people celebrate it. Seasonality. In this column, write how often the event takes place, like once a year, during a particular season, or on a specific occasion. Traditional arts or performances. Next is the traditional arts or performances column, where you mention any songs, dances, crafts, or cultural performances that happen during the event. Footfall. In this column, write the approximate number of people from the village who attend or participate. Outside visitors here, write an estimate of how many people come from outside the Panchayat to join the event. Revenue generated. The last column is revenue generated. Write the approximate income generated from the event, like from stalls, food shops, and sales. Media upload at least one photo showing the event, required. A short video, 15 to 60 seconds, is optional but very helpful to capture performances, ceremonies, or crowd activity. Now we proceed to question 6. Cultural practitioner or artisan. This question is about the people who carry forward our living heritage, the artists, performers, and skilled practitioners of the village. These include musicians, painters, sculptors, weavers, storytellers, traditional healers, dancers, craftsmen. These are the people who keep the cultural traditions alive. Now let's go through each field one by one. Name. In this column, write the full name of the practitioner or artisan. Art form. Next, mention the exact art form they practice. Be specific. Gender, age band, status. Here, choose their gender, select their age group, and mention whether they are active or retired. Years of practice. In this column, write how many years they have been practicing their art. Training source. Next, mention where they learned their skill, from family, a guru, an institution, or through self-learning. Contact number. In this column, enter their contact number, but only if they have given permission. Active disciples. Here, write the number of students or disciples currently learning from them. Recognition. In this column, mention any awards, honors, or recognitions they have received. Media here, upload a clear portrait photo of the practitioner. You can also add a sample work photo or video that shows their performance, artwork, or craft process. Next, we transition to question 7, cultural institution and space. This question is about important cultural spaces in the village, places where knowledge, art, or community activities take place. Examples include museums, libraries, archives, cultural schools, community halls, craft clusters, akhada, public grounds. These places play an important role in preserving and promoting culture. Now I will explain each field one by one. Type. In this column, select the type of cultural institution like museum, library, community hall, craft cluster, etc. Name. Next, write the official name of the institution or space. Managing body here, mention who manages the place: government, panchayat, private trust, community group, or any organization. Year established. In this column, write the year when this institution or space was established. If you don't know the exact year, write the approximate period. Description. In this box, give a short description of the place, what it is used for, its importance, and what activities happen there. Opening hours, ticketing. Next, mention the timings and if there is any entry ticket or if it is free. Accessibility features. Here, write whether the place has facilities like ramps, seating, clean toilets, or any other accessibility support. Media. Just like the previous question, here also, you must upload at least one photo, catalog link, if any. And last, add a link if there is any online catalog, website, or digital listing related to the institution. We will now continue with question 8, object or artifact, movable. This question is for cultural objects that can be moved from one place to another. These are important items that represent the history and tradition of the village. Examples include tools, traditional utensils, textiles, manuscripts, sculptures, coins, paintings, musical instruments. These objects help us understand the lifestyle and heritage of the community. Now, let me explain each field one by one. Object type. In this column, select what type of object it is, like utensil, instrument, manuscript, coin, textile, sculpture, etc. Name. In the name column, write the name of the object. If it has a local name, mention that as well. Material or technique. Here, write what the object is made of: metal, wood, cloth, stone, paper, and also mention the technique used, if known. Dimensions. In this box, write the size or measurements of the object: height, width, length, or weight. Dating or period, mention the time period of the object, exact year if known, or approximate century. Provenance or source. In this column, write where the object came from: family collection, temple, artisan, excavation site, or any other source. Custodian or owner with consent. Here, mention the current owner or caretaker of the object, but only after getting their permission. Condition. In this column, describe the condition of the object: good, fair, or poor. Media. Then, upload minimum 3 photos, 1 overall image of the object and 2 close-up detail shots. Now click on question 9, cultural detailing of the Panchayat. This question helps provide a broader understanding of the cultural and economic aspects of the Panchayat. Let's go through each field one by one. Primary source of livelihood. In this part, write the main sources of income in the village, like agriculture, dairy, poultry, handicrafts, or any other occupation. Market options. Now, select all the options where local products are sold or marketed. For example, retail shops, orders, or commissions online platforms, state emporiums, government melas, tourism, CSR support. Constraints, top 3. Here, write the top 3 challenges faced by artisans, craftsmen, or villagers, like design quality, raw material cost, market access, logistics, etc. Support needed. In this part, mention the types of support that would help the community, like credit, marketing, e-commerce onboarding, training, packaging, branding, infrastructure, policy support, or anything else relevant. Final step: submitting the form. After you have completed all questions, scroll to the bottom and check your answers once. The most important step: press the Save or Submit button. If you do not click Submit, your form will not be recorded. Once you submit, your response is saved for validation and approval. Thank you for watching this tutorial. We hope this guide helps you fill out the MGMD questionnaire easily. Your information will help preserve the culture, history, and identity of your village for future generations. Thank you for contributing to this mission.